Okay, today I wanted to do a little tutorial for you on our mandolin. So if you own this video is going to help you understand how to use it. And if you don't own it, I'm guessing this video will encourage you to maybe consider getting one. So our mandolin, you might have the black version. We used to sell black, now we share the white with a little bit of gray on it. Same exact mandolin, same rules and principles apply. So this is how I store it. I leave it with my safety guard on. I always store it in the locked position so that you don't have to worry about fingers accidentally getting cut when it's stored, which is great. This does come off if you want to store it even flatter and store that somewhere else. But look at how great that is for storing. No additional pieces need to be attached other than the safety guard that comes on and off. So this opens up so that I can have it ready to go. I'm gonna put this back on super easily. You can see it fits in these grooves here. So now my safety guard is on and I can slice without slicing my fingers, which is great. So again, I'm gonna show you these different knobs. So this is in the lock position right now. You pull it out and twist to raise it up levels. So this is going to, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see it raising right here. And so we're gonna go, we've got the first, that's gonna be the thinnest, the second, a little bit thicker, the third, and then the fourth is your thickest cut that we have on the mandolin. So hopefully from that angle that you can see that. So then the other options that we have, I'll go ahead and remove this so you can see better, is the julienne. So you can go to this first level, which you can see those blades up there, or you can go to the second level, which gives you an even thinner julienne, okay? So now, the other cool thing about this is that you've got this option, this knob, you pull on it and twist, I'm gonna open this up, and you're going to get either, you can choose between a straight edge or a serrated edge. So that's really exciting. So you don't have to put different blades on here, it's all included. You just pull that out and twist to get what you want. Close that up. Let's go ahead again and put it in the locked position. Close it and put it away. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you chopping, slicing and dicing some different things too, so you can see this in it. Okay, I'm going with what I already had in my kitchen to demo for you today, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with some apples. Now this is really fun because if you notice the apple tart picture in the catalog, I actually sliced the apples for that and made that tart myself, but it's really fun to show you how you can do that. So first of all is I'm going to go on, I'm gonna do the thinnest slice so you can see how amazing this works. I'm gonna say on the number one and the whole slice straight edge, okay? So now, I love to use my octagonal bond mat to catch things, and I'm using my mandolin. I'm gonna take this whole apple, you guys. I have not cored it, I've done nothing to it, it's just been washed. I'm gonna put it on the spokes of the mandolin, and then I'm going to slice away. Now, obviously when you have this whole edge, it's not sitting flat, you gotta get going a little bit, but I want you to see, I'm using two hands to get it going. Once it gets lower, I can use one hand to slice it. But the straight edge, I can go up and down. I don't have to lift it at all, which I will show you in a minute when you do have to lift it. But let me go ahead and stop. Look at how fun this is. Look at how great that is for slicing. Now, the cool thing is yes, you could still cut the apple in slices like you would normally do a traditional pie, but look how fun this is. You can make kind of this fun design when you're doing a tart. And then you can see once I get to the center where that core is, all I do is take that off of the spokes, flip it over, put it on the other side, and then continue slicing, which I just love how easy this is to do. This is a little bit different. You can see how fast I can go once it's only half. And then look at this, isn't that fun? Look at that. I just love how easy this mandolin is to use for something like that. Next up, I'm gonna show you onions. So I happen to have half of a red onion I can show you super easily. So this, I'm just gonna, again, put on those spokes there, so it's gonna guide easily. I've got it on the straight edge. I'm gonna go ahead and move up to the second thickness. I'm just gonna put my bond mat underneath here to catch it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple of those, how easily that goes. Look at this, this is just incredible. So now you've got some rings there. You can have them just like that. My son loves to put these on his sandwiches, so I'm gonna leave those big like that for him. I'll show you the julienne blade on the potato. Next up, I'm going to show you a potato. So now you can do the potato lengthwise and do your French fries with the julienne cut, which you wanna make sure that this is gonna fit in the safety guard. You could do it without the safety guard, but I do not recommend that because that is the beauty of the safety guard. So you can see that potato is gonna fit in there nicely. So then I'm gonna go ahead and stick that on the spokes, and so we're doing it this opposite direction. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to open my julienne blade. I'm just gonna do a single julienne, and I'm gonna go thick cut for the potatoes, okay? So now, what I want you to pay attention to here is when I slice down, I'm straight. When I come back up, I lift this up a little bit, because now that those julienne blades are up, it's gonna catch coming back up the other way if I don't lift it up. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go ahead and push through, and then as you see, I'm gonna kind of put my finger right here on the safety guard and lift it up as I come up. So now that I've mentioned that, you're gonna see me do this fast, and you're gonna see me lift it up. So lift it up, slice, lift it up, slice, lift it up, slice. Now let me show you what we've got there, you guys. Isn't this fun? So then you can see those break apart beautifully for our French fries. This is fun. And I didn't peel the potato. You don't need to peel the potato. We love to keep the peel on the potato for our French fries, so you can just see how awesome those come apart, and we can make French fries. Now, let me show you one more thing with the potato so that we can get that going down too. The other thing is you want to make sure your surface is really dry, okay? That's important. If you have a wet surface, your mandoline's gonna slide on us, so make sure that's dry. Okay, next up I'm gonna show you how I do the waffle fries. So you could slice this potato the same way I did the apple, the same way I did the onion. You can do little homemade potato chips, you name it. But waffle fries are fun. I'm working with a small potato because I'm using the rejects of the bag. So what I want to deal with here is I'm going to open up this, and like I showed you before, I'm going to pull and switch to this serrated blade for my waffle fries. Now I want to do these thin, so I'm going to go ahead and do only on number 1 for thickness, and I'm going to leave it on the whole slice, okay? Now you want to make sure that your surface area is really dry. You don't want it to be wet, because then your mandolin might slide a little bit. So we're going to go back to, I'm gonna put these fries here. I'm gonna go back to my catching mat right there with the Bond Matter Silpat. And then here we go. We gotta put the safety guard on, as always. Remember, we got thin and serrated. Now I'm gonna put my potato on these spokes, just like so. I've got it flat to start with. Now watch this closely. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go 1 cut. When I come back up, I'm gonna lift this up, and I'm gonna turn it a 1/4 of a turn. That's gonna give me my waffle. Cut, come back up, turn it a 1/4 of a turn. Cut, come back up, 1/4 of a turn. Cut, come back up, 1/4 of a turn. And then unless you're looking really closely, you're not gonna, so you're actually getting a 1/4 of a turn, but we'll see once we finish with these. Now, when you see me pressing down like that, I'm just making sure that those spokes are all the way down and the potato is as low to the cut as it needs to be. So now let's go ahead and show. Okay, so I got some good waffle fries there. You have to work with it. I'm kind of looking at the camera instead of looking at you, but you can get a nice little waffle cut there. Just play with that a little bit. There is a learning curve to this mandolin, you guys, but as you can see, you can get some really great results. It's a ton of fun to use, and no slicing fingers, which is the best part. Now to wash it, super easy. I take this part off, wash separately, hot soapy water, and then this part, I just put in my sink, a little bit of soap, and then I just use a bristle brush like this to clean it so that I'm not cutting my fingers. I open it all up, let it be like that, and air dry it, and then once it's all dry, put it back together again, put it in the locked position, put it away. Hope that helps you guys.